Okay, good morning. My name is AJ, and today I'm presenting my poster on my pet project lately. Um, Kourai Khryseai is the Golden Maidens. They're the golden automata that Hephaestus created in Greek mythology to help with his work at the Forge. He's the god of the Forge. And basically, I wanted to make a game where the player can design apps of their choice and work with agentic AI to plan, code, and test and document all of their work. And so this came out to be multiple experiments with the same multi-agent backend. I follow two protocols. I made my agents following MCP, Model Context Protocol, as well as A2A, which is our orchestration protocol, which stands for agent to agent. And they interact with each other as well as the player, and you get to decide what type of app you make with them. And so it started off as a CLI experiment where it's all black and white terminal stuff. You're talking to Hephaestus, and in sequence, he would give commands to his golden automata. But it's kind of transformed into more of a group chat experiment where as you're playing, some agents can overhear the conversations you're having with other agents and they can gossip amongst each other and whatnot. Some of the systems that I'm going to talk about today are focused on the narrative interfaces of this multi-agent system. And the first interface was that CLI. The second interface I designed was a Pygame GUI where you have images for each agent. Each one has a voice, so they can text to speech and respond back to you. And early on, like I said, it was sequential. So you would talk to Hephaestus, and he would decide which of his golden automata mattered in this case. Now it's a group chat, and we're building our third experience, which is in a game engine called Ren'Py. And it's a visual novel game where you can see the characters who are talking, and on the bottom there's text. There's a nice background feature, all kinds of stuff already built into the system. So that's our current GUI that we're working in. But basically, the user decides what they want to build, and as they create their character and interact with these agents, metrics start to get gathered on how that player interacts. So you'll start to have a cold relationship with each agent early on, and as you start doing things they like accepting their suggestions or completing tasks with them and following their suggestions, the points with that particular agent might go up or down based on what they're looking for. And so we have this virtue system where there's Synergy and Sophia and Techne, which are all Greek words, but they correspond to different aspects of what we can talk about. So, for example, Synergy, if Hephaestus notices you're trying to be more isolated and not working with the crew, he'll take note of that. Whereas if you want to incorporate some collaboration and some bonded experiences, he'll also take note of that too and add points. Whereas other characters who are more focused on specific things like Mene, who wants to track what's going on, she's the scribe that keeps track. She notices when you're forgetful or when you want to note down things in archival. And so that's one game mechanic system that checks your relationship with that individual agent, and one system that checks your overall statistics on that system's playthrough. And so you can start to see statistics starting to form based around who's playing and how they play, how they interact with each agent. And so right now I'm focused on those two systems and building out the agents in a way where you have collaborative workers, but also some agents focused on game mechanics and game systems, and an interesting dating sim mechanic that I plan on adding as well. And so for this, we're going to focus on the human-centered AI aspect of it for our Chai conference, and that is mostly the systems that track player metrics and grow over time in a way where you can see what agents like you more and which ones are latching onto you better based on how you like to program with them. And that's my poster.